Sri Lanka under some pressure. India looking good, good rate of scoring. They got punt at the other end as well.
They do. However, I think India going with this left-right combination. So I think if a lefty gets out, then a lefty comes in and bat, and Hardik's coming because Sky got out. But interesting point you make there, Scotty. I tend to agree with you. Maybe they could have sent someone like Riyan Parag instead of Hardik Pandya, because this is the time to kind of experiment with these things. It's the end of the over, 153 for 3.
153 for 3. But we're going to see a bowling change. So much of Manitu Hasaranga is coming. Coming back, he's bowled 3 overs, 1 for 22. Bowling, they've struggled. Seam bowlers have bowled a little bit wavered. Their lengths have been wavered. The Indian batters have taken them on.
Now the slip comes into place as well. Perhaps should have been there when that edge of Surya Kumar Yadav, was he on naught or pretty close to his first delivery? But how good has Hasaranga been? The one bowler who seems to have been able to control the scoring. He's been able to control what parts of the ground he wants the Indian batsman to hit the ball. He can put his fieldsman there. He's had those reviews as well, so he's been threatening throughout.
Interesting pace he's bowling at. That first delivery was in the low 80s, so he's looking to sort of slow it up a little bit. Got a bit of bounce that time, as you could see. He's not someone who enjoys bounce too much. He likes the ball to stay low. Hasaranga.
Yeah, certainly does. Utilize the trajectory. This one up in the air. Long off, trying to come under it, but will not reach it. Kamindo ran in about 35 yards to his left. Unfortunately, just fell slightly behind covers beyond the 30-yard circle. And again, slower through the air on the seam leg spinner. Sliced through it, did Hardik Pandya. And he kind of felt it as well. Came running, but just fell short of him.
Hasaranga's played very clever. He tends to play around with his pace. Good running, very good running. But at the moment, he's in the low 80s. He's searching for some turn, he's searching for some grip. The one that Hardik Pandya, Sky, appeared to grip a little bit, so he was not to it.
And that's the difference that we've seen between him and the rest of the Sri Lankan bowlers. He's bowled aggressively, he's looked to try and get wickets, and by trying to do so, he's kept India at bay. He's been disciplined. He's given only 26 runs away in 3.4 overs.
And that's one difference I think we'll see, Roshan, with the Indian spinners. I expect Akshar Patel to slow it up a little bit, in particular as a spinner. Hasaranga has got some turn when he's been brave enough to bowl around that 80-kilometre-an-hour mark. Slip in place, like to see him with the slow leg spinner.
You can tell it's the mindset that makes you produce the results that you do produce, and you can see the difference. It's chalk and cheese between someone like Hasaranga versus the other Sri Lankan bowlers. Even Pathirana, even though he went for runs, he's looking for wickets, which is why he got a wicket. The intention behind what you do and when you do it will produce the results that you desire. If you bowl from a defensive mindset, you are bowling from behind the 8 ball, and you will feel the pressure of getting hit for runs. It's the end of the over, 159 for 3.
So Sri Lanka managing to bowl those last 2 overs, just conceding 13 runs. So that's some kind of a recovery as far as they're concerned. That run rate is now a little over 10. There was a time that India was going at 11, 11 and a half, sometimes even at 12.
And that is the thing. The last 2 overs were bowled by the 2 most aggressive bowlers in the Sri Lankan side. Both the looking to get wickets, and hence you see the fact that they got no wicket and they've kept the runs at bay as well. Only 13 runs in the last couple of overs. If you want to slow down your opposition in a T20 game, the best way to do it is get wickets, not bowl defensively.
Rashida Fernando's back. In that first spell, we did see him dragging it, bowling a lot of slower deliveries, a lot of width, and taken apart.
You know, Roshan, and one of the things I noticed with the slower deliveries and the knuckle ball that he does is that he shows it to the batter so early that the batter is already ready for it. Because when you bowl a knuckle delivery to a batter, the batter generally gets to see a lot more of the ball than you generally see when you're holding it seam up. So you get to see about 70-80% of the ball, and he shows it so early that the batsman already knows what's going to come.
Well, he's bowling his third over at the moment, and I guess the one good thing that Mendes has that one over. So plenty of options for Sri Lanka. Where does he go for the final 4 overs after this? You'd say Patirana has 2?
The Patirana generally is a dead bowler. Now Sri Lanka is missing Dushmantha Chamira and Vinura Fernando, who are not available, sick.
No, and Tushara
as well. So obviously their death bowling plan revolves around them. So here Dilshan Madhushanka has gone for some runs, so they're bringing on Asita. They got a young Patirana who could come in and bowl. He's generally very good at the death, and he bowls in the second half of an innings. But the problem has been the 2 opening bowlers.
Well, yeah, even the start that Yashasvi Jaiswal got off to the first over, went bang bang, put pressure immediately on even a high quality bowler like Madhushanka. I think Madhushanka is someone with tremendous capabilities, tremendous abilities, gets the ball to swing late, but he bowled short on this ground in the first over and then went for runs, and then pressure was on Sri Lanka completely.
See, another guys is Dasun Shanaka. He did open the bowling in the Lanka Premier League. He bowled some very useful overs, but it could have been quite useful to be tried in the middle, not necessarily opening, but in the middle.
There's not many bowlers I start smiling, Russia. But I think if Dasun Shanaka on this pitch, in this outfield, the quality of batsman, you're looking to take him down.
But it's worth, I mean, at the rate the Sri Lankan bowlers were being carted around, so it's always worth to and bowl maybe an over, just see.
It is a double-edged sword, isn't it? And sometimes for opening batters, we like the pace on a lot more than when it's slow.